Welcome to the Migo platform demo. So first of all, thank you to everyone for taking some time to learn more about Migo with me today. My name is Dan Guo, the solution expert of Migo. I'm super excited to be here with you. But first, I'd like to cover what we are going to do today. Today, we will walk you through our platform and show you how Migo can be used to manage your projects more efficiently and visualized. That will take around half an hour, and I will provide a demo space to spark some inspiration for your use of Migo. And with this agenda, you will find where we will spend the majority of our time today. First, I will give a holistic view about what the Migo is. After that, I will show you some demos of Migo to let you know how you can use it to get your projects running smoothly and get your teams delivering work efficiently in 3 different scenarios. This session today is all focused on Migo itself, which means without any additional integrations, it is already very flexible and customized where you can plan, assign, track, and manage your own work. And finally, you can contact us through email to let us answer your questions at the end of the session. So, in our first session, the overview, one question that I would like to address before we get started is what is Migo and overall introduction of Migo. Migo is a professional project management platform for cross-team collaboration, which is designed for complex scenarios. By creating standardized process, it can help you to manage multiple concurrent projects. It can meet the demands of multiple projects management scenarios, such as software development and game development. With that being said, the most incredible thing is that it's highly customized with visualized workflow, which can fully adapt to your bespoke needs. First, I'd like to show you a demo space we built. This is a mock-up space for a team using classic project management under software development scenario, and we called it as software development demo. In that way, the team can manage features, issues, etc., and people can work together in this space. They can share the same working model and process. Actually, we also offer different templates with customized capabilities. For example, this one. Agile development. If you are trying to do things like the epics, the stories, the bugs, the version and the sprint, all of the agile goodness instead of the classic project management template, you can pick this template. If those templates doesn't fulfill your scenario, don't worry, you can just define the definition and customize it on your own. Then let's toggle to the actual working area to show you more specifically. As shown here, the table view of features. For every feature, we can build different workflow types. So here, we have 3 different workflow types of feature, which are technical, development management, and product management workflow. Let me show you one specific instance. Regarding to this IAM system improvement, this is a product management feature, which you can see from here. This is a product management feature, and we build a workflow here for it. From the very beginning, the initiate review to the end of finished, you can find clearly what are the steps for this instance and what the parallel running steps and what's the dependency relationship among those steps. Within those steps, you can set who are the responsible members to control the status, take responsibility of deliverables, and set corresponding person day and schedule. Okay, so now you may also notice this delay label here, which can present which steps have delay. In that way, you as a team leader can acknowledge what the potential impact on this specific instance. Under each step, we can break down subtasks and team members can make their own plan, which is based on the steps. They can plan the schedule and estimate person day also. You may also notice that on this detail page, with different types, we can easily acquire all related information related to this feature. For example, you can check all related issues which are linked with this feature under this tab. If you prefer involve those members into a specific chat group, such as Slack group, you can click here, create and join group. Then all related members can choose the latest progress and receive notification. There is another function we want to share with you, the associated role and workflow control. If we are making a different kind of feature, such as adding a new UX better, we can have a different workflow for them. And here you can see if we don't need QA, for example, we can remove this role directly. It's basically the same for the workflow control function. This is overall introduction of feature level related scenarios. Additionally, Migo provides not only workflow mode, you can also use this status mode to manage simple process, but with back and forth, such as for those issues, we don't need to set up workflow. Instead, we choose a simple way to manage these issues with status. So with workflow mode and status mode, you can then apply really customized your own space and relies on your own configuration. After our team members write some features, issues, and other instances, we can use this list of view to check the hierarchy among those different instances, which can help us understand what is the dependency relationship among them. For example, how many issues still need to be fixed and what progress is. And so what does a good and healthy project looks like? For me, it typically means that we have all of 4 features or issues are typically tied to an epic or goal. Although there is nothing in the project management playbook that you get to do this, the one thing you want to keep in mind is when you do associate the features or the issues to an epic, you're giving them value and the purpose and meaning to your business. When you are essentially just creating busy work and you don't really have a North Star with no purpose. So we highly recommend, although not required, you essentially tie those features to those epics so that your team can have that purpose, what we are going on. Despite the table view and list view you have seen, Migo provides different types of view for you to ensure a high level of transparency in different ways. For example, you can use this Kanban view because some of our customers will use Kanban view to quickly go through and update the status of issues in daily stand-up meetings. And with gut view, which can present the time-based schedules for your projects and help you adjust schedules quickly in your way. The last one, measure view, which is presented from the data and derived from the instance in real time. After those features and issues are created during the feature management process, as we know, there are some difficulties in tracking project status and controlling project risks. We need to spend a lot of time focusing on project progress, but still very difficult to identify risks. Therefore, we can use some functions of our products such as table views, automation, and work item association to help our team leaders and management control risks in advance. For this table view, we can insert this delay label in this table view and check which features are already delayed and which features are on track, or some features are already on due date. So you can use this table view to quickly understand what the status is, and you can quickly process the rest of them. The automation, you can use this out-of-the-box solution. Let me show you in this way. Meegle has some default automation rules. You can also edit the automation rules as you want. If you click this new rules, you will find we provide lots of triggers and we provide kind of operation for you, and you can also add condition if you prefer to do so. For example, if there is a task that is on due date, and then you can select the corresponding trigger and select which person or which group you like to send the notification. For the work item associations, I believe some of times that during the feature implementation, there are several issues may happen. So the QA, he or she can write a ticket for one specific feature, but how they are linked between each other. So as you can see, there is associated feature. If this issue is related to this feature, then you can select one specific feature here. So in this way, we can understand in feature implementation how many issues are still in progress and what issues need to be resolved as soon as possible. Or you can just simply select the corresponding associated feature through the table view. So this is the overall solution for project risk management. Despite feature management solutions and risk management, we think effective team management is also very important, especially for executives to evaluate capacity allocation. So this requires us to use Monday to manage projects. Within member schedules, you can select team members and select which work item and spaces you should be covered. And then you can see that during this period, whether there is imbalanced capacity allocation, and if there is, you can reschedule their workload. So you can see here, if I select my team members and then select which work item I should consider and put those members together, I can see that in this specific week, for this colleague, her time is already overloaded, already exists 5 working days. But for this colleague, her working time hasn't exceeded 5 working days. So that means this workload allocation is imbalance. So as team lead, I need to reschedule this workload, and there is another solution we can consider, that we can put new added high priority features on the less workload colleagues. So this is the workload solution we can get from this side. Definitely, despite the workload, we can use to analyze the healthy status of project management. We can also use charts to get many different reports. Not only lots of out-of-the-box charts you can use, our charts provides customized charts for real-time visualization. We also support data processing with formulas or functions. Regarding this function, based on our understanding, other products on the market either require manual calculations by PMs or require purchasing plugins. However, this function in our product is naturally integrated, and you don't need to pay any extra fees. Okay. Once you complete this dashboard, you can also forward it to your team members and let them help you edit these charts accordingly. Those solutions I just mentioned is based on the management perspective. But for a team member, usually they can use my workspace to manage their daily work. With this function, you can easily check all my assigned tasks and following and add other categories if you prefer to do so. And you can customize your workspace and just add more widgets if you prefer to do so. This is the generic introduction for the solution to software development scenario. Regarding customer voice management scenarios, we found that the customer's voice is diversified and the handling process is completely different. Although there are some coordination problems among different teams, and it is very important for these teams on the same page throughout the entire process. For example, you can see that if our operation colleagues receive a customer voice and she should identify whether it is issue or it is a new requirement. This colleague under this scenario analysis stage, she can select it an issue or it is a new feature. After she click the issue related information, and then the following step will be issue related. But if she think it is a new feature to resolve customers' questions, then she can click this new feature. And then this long-term solution and implementation nodes will be added. Now we can suppose it is a real issue. So in that way, the QA, he can choose whether agree, to proceed. If he doesn't agree, it will be rolled back to the previous stage automatically. Additionally, he can select whether there is an existing issue has been created. Then he can select this issue link with this specific customer voice. So it really helps us to let everyone understand where the process we are, such as whether we already fixed this issue and whether we have give the workaround solution to the customers. So everyone in this specific customer voice can quickly understand what the current process is. As we just mentioned, there are some coordination problems among different teams, and it is very important for these teams on the same page throughout the entire process. To resolve this pinpoint, we can use cross-space association to link customer voice with different features. For example, instead of separately communicating background information for each individual task, we can track process and sync information directly, which is received from other departments. In this way, we can effectively fix cross-team communication and synchronized issue. So you can see here, if there is a customer voice background information already exists, if we bring this information directly to the QA, then there is no need for him to look at this specific information and ask the operator what the background information is. He can just directly go to the specific issue and he can see here is the background information updated in real time. So you can see if we go back to this customer voice instance, if I change this information to blah, 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 and we go to this linked issue, we can see here this information has been changed already. This is a suggested solution for customer voice management scenario. Despite the two solutions we just introduced, you can even use Migo video production. Here is a mock-up space for video production scenario, and your team members can work together in this space. And besides, they can share all the information and the deliverables in this space as well. Okay, let me show you more detail on the workflow. Under workflow mode, you can see in this instance from the very beginning, the topic selection and to the end of project review and finish. Instead, if you use one table to control both the project status and every detailed information for it, it is really hard to achieve. Because if you want to use one table to manage everything, that the details will be sacrificed and only the most available information can be kept. But what Migo can offer is that we can contribute to all information that you want to take into this space. And you can keep all information in this instance. And besides, you can even create the subtasks, and you can assign the separate owner for different steps. So that is a significant difference between us and other project management products. Okay, if we scroll a little bit down, you can see we have several tabs here. For example, for the basic information, we can list all information related to this instance. For example, who need to responsible for this specific instance, for this specific video production, and who need to be involved in these roles and what's the priority of this production. And we can even create labels for this production. For example, we can define whether it is a campaign or a video. As we are getting to the end of this demo, before we go, just a few reminders of what we have covered today. Let me go back to the previous page. Before we go, just a few reminders of what we have covered here today. Migo is a professional project management platform for cross-team collaboration with workflow mode and status mode. It offers a comprehensive solution for software development, customer voice, and video production management scenarios. As time is limited, there are several useful tools we haven't dived into, such as team management, cross-enterprise collaboration, etc. But don't worry, if you want to explore Migo personally, or you want to have insight into which solution is right for your needs, please don't hesitate to reach out to us through Migo support at luxuit.com at any time. Definitely, if you want to make a trial or have questions about subscribing, please also contact us, and we are here for you to support and answer your questions. So that is everything I'd like to share with you today. Thank you so much for diving into this with me. I hope you found it helpful, and I hope you will consider letting Migo be a part of your team's success. Making solutions for your team is what we are currently doing. Please reach out us at any time if there is anything we can help. Have a great day and many thanks again.